everybody, my name is Madison Crews, and I'm just hopping on here to give you guys a bit of an update of everything going on with Atlanta United preseason news, because we had a lot of it yesterday, from press conferences to the signings. Carlos Bocanegra, he talked to the media as well to give us some updates. But yeah, I'm just hopping on here on this Wednesday afternoon to give you guys a bit of an update and give you guys a bit of a rundown of everything you might have missed yesterday. Now, just to let y'all know, we will still be having a power hour later on in the night. Still a bit unsure of when that time is going to be, but once we do, we will let you guys know on our socials. But just remember that we still have that power hour, so make sure you guys have all of your notifications set for that. That's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you guys tune in for that later on this evening. Now, first and foremost, the new signing to Atlanta United, Stian Gregersen, talked to the media yesterday a bit about why he chose Atlanta United, why MLS, and a bit about what he's wanting to accomplish here at the club, which a lot of that was really interesting for me to hear. I love getting to hear all those players talk about why they chose the club they're going to. But yeah, for those of you who didn't get the chance to see it, here it is right here.
Why Atlanta? No, because it's an amazing club. I talked with them. They have an ambition to win. And the stadium also bring me here because it's so huge. And the fans is fantastic.
How much did you know about the club before they began talking with you?
Yeah, I know a little bit before. I spoke with my friends also, who have experience from MLS, and they have only good things to say about Atlanta.
Now, along with why he chose to come to Atlanta, he also talked a lot about his playing style and what fans can expect to see from him on the pitch and what type of leader he's going to be in that back line for the season.
How would you describe your style of play as a center back?
And we can say my style is aggression. 1 versus 1 is my strength, and of course my pace.
Hey, Tyler Pilgrim, Dirty South Soccer, and the Scrubs and Spikes podcast. Would you consider yourself a leader in the defense? Do you consider yourself someone that communicates strongly in the back as one of the defenders?
Yes, especially on the pitch, at the pitch. I feel like a leader because I have a good chemistry with the guys around me. So yeah.
Now, if you want to listen to the full press conference, you can listen to it on Atlanta United's YouTube page. It has the full thing. I recommend it. It's really cool to get to kind of hear a bit more about the new signing and a bit more about his transition and everything. So if you want to check that out, make sure you go to Atlanta United's YouTube channel, and it's right up there so you can watch it there. Now, Stian Gregersen also said that he would be wearing the number 5 for the season for us, which is really, really cool to kind of get to hear him say that. I know fans were wondering which number he would get, which jersey you're going to get if you're going to get one from him. But I'm really excited about this signing. I think it's going to be great because we needed someone who had the experience to fill in that spot for Miles Robinson. I think it's going to be a great signing for us, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do for us in this season. Now, another player that the media got to talk to for Atlanta United yesterday was striker Giorgos Giakoumakis. Just a bit about the season in general and what he can do better and how the team can improve. And one of the big things that I think I really want to show, and I will show that clip here in a few minutes, but just he talked a lot about the mentality of the team. He really emphasized how they need to have this winning mindset going into the season, and how at the beginning of the season they didn't really have it. It was kind of there, but they were missing that piece. And then kind of in the summer they were able to gain it back a little bit, and that's why we saw a lot of success in the back half of the season. But he emphasized really getting that mentality going for the team. So here's what he had to say about that.
Well, I think that the second part of last season, after the summer, we were a totally different team. We had some very quality players that they made the difference for us. So I think that if we stick together like the same group with some quality additions, we can be even better and end up in a higher spot in the ranking table. So we showed in the second part of the season last year that we're having a better winning mentality than what we had at first. So I think right now we're in a good place, and we're gonna take it day by day, game by game, but I feel way more comfortable and with higher confidence as about my team and my teammates, as about the winning mentality, how we can take it to another level, our game, and to aim for something big. Because we cannot lie to ourselves. Like the first within the season, with these ups and downs, you cannot tell that okay, we were very good offensively, but we were missing something in our game. One of them was probably how we defend altogether, and also the winning mentality that we had lack of it a bit during the season. And I'm talking mostly about during the summer, around there, that we were, especially without the new additions. But I think this year is going to be better.
Now, Giakoumakis was also asked a lot about the team, but one of the big questions for him was about his personal journey and his rest and recovery this season. You know, he's been going since he's been here. I don't think this is his first break in a couple of years, actually. And so a lot of the reporters, a lot of the media were asking him about how he has been able to recover and take this time to really focus on his body, because we noticed last season that he was great, but he had a lot of injuries. And so he had kind of talked a little about that, about his rest and recovery in this preseason and how that's going to help him going into this season.
Yeah, for me, it was a lifesaver. And mostly about my body physically. I was feeling that I needed to stop. I needed to stop for a bit because I was playing for 1 year and a half. And my body was keep giving me some signs. Not in the end. In the end, I was feeling great. But during the season, like small, tiny injuries that I never had before, my body was reacting. And for me, it was very crucial to have these days off and to rebuild my body, my fitness, and everything, to be in the top level again.
Feel good now?
Great.
Now that has to be my favorite thing I've ever heard him say. I mean, honestly, him just also being asked, how you feeling now? And he just goes, great. Like, it's great to see that confidence going into this season, especially with what happened last season. You know, it's a nice wave. Like, I feel really good about this season, and it's so fun getting to see these new signings coming in and getting to see the players talk about, you know, the changes, and getting to talk about how prepared they are for this next MLS season. And I just love it. I'm really, really excited to see what this team can do. But with that being said, another big point of emphasis that Giakoumakis talked a lot about was the importance of the preseason, and how a lot of the players last season missed the preseason. And he talked about the importance of that. So I'll play that clip here about how he feels the importance of the offseason is going to help them going into this new MLS season.
Well, first of all, individually, for me, 30% of your success is your preseason, and that's something I missed last year. As about the team, I can tell that it's the same amount of success, because you have the time without pressure, almost 2 months to work and to be a unit, to feel like a unit, to realize without pressure, without any you know what. As about I'm having a game on Saturday, I cannot train normal. It's not only the time that you have less of trainings. Probably sometimes when you play Wednesday, Saturday, you don't even train. So you don't have the time to realize how your teammate is gonna move in the field. You have the chance to do that on the field. And preseason for me is very, very, very important for us. It's gonna help us work together and improve ourselves, and improve also the image of the team. And also tactically, it helps a lot.
Again, huge credit to Atlanta United for having the press conference with Giakoumakis on their YouTube channel. That is where I got the clips. If you guys want to listen to the whole press conference, it is on Atlanta United's YouTube channel, just prefacing that if y'all want to watch the full thing. I learned a lot from watching his talk with the media, just a bit about his analysis of last season and then what he believes the message is and the goal for this season is. I loved hearing about the importance of the preseason for him as well as for the team, you know, just getting to connect and getting to really know each other before you guys go into these big MLS games. You know, I think the preseason slate too of just playing these teams, Birmingham, and getting to play all of these teams, it's going to be so crucial, and it's going to be great for us to see how well the team is going to mesh together before we get to see them in that first game. Now, before we get into the other news that we have for the Atlanta United preseason, let me know what y'all think about the music. John told me to kind of find a cute little transition thing for it, and I found this, and I was like, this is kind of cute. It's like a news update sort of thing. If it's cheesy, I will change it for the next one, but I like it. I think it's cute. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know. I'll read your comments on the tweet. If you guys like it, I'll keep it, and if you guys don't like it, then I will change it. So I'm here for the audience. I'm here to give you guys what you guys want out of this. Anyway, back to the news. One of the biggest things too that I think a big talking point has been in the off season as well as coming into the new season is the state of Brad Guzan. I think that has been a huge thing. You know, it was a bit of like a toss-up, at least from what I was seeing, of like, is he going to retire? Is he not going to retire? And that was a huge thing. And he was training yesterday, and, you know, getting to see him kind of come back after those injuries he had last season, I think that is huge. And it's going to be great to see. But it was really great. Dukes and Bell got the chance to talk to Brad a bit about his injuries, and we got that clip here, so I'll play that for you right now.
I know last year coming off the Achilles, and then of course I think up in New York he got banged up in NYCFC. It's like, damn, it's like an operation came. So do you feel, were you 100% last year, honestly, or you're still kind of working through it, because that's a tough injury?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, everyone knows what an Achilles is all about, right? And in terms of coming back, and you know, Miles and I, we went through it together and talking about it day in and day out, and you know, I don't know if you ever get to 100%, but even before the Achilles, I don't think I was ever 100%, because that's what you do. The part of my profession is throwing myself on the ground day in and day out, and when you do that year after year after year, I don't think you ever feel 100% probably since you were 16, 17 years old. And so, yeah, I had the MCL in New York and came back from that. That's never been an issue. And so, like I said, I feel good. Physically, yeah, ready to go, raring to go.
Now, thank you to 92.9 The Game and Dukes and Bell for giving us and allowing us to use that clip. You can watch the whole interview with Brad Guzan on the Odyssey app or the Off the Woodwork podcasts. But thank you so much again for letting us use that clip, guys. Now, see, I love that. I am so excited for this season. I'm so excited for everything, and I'm excited that Brad is, you know, getting back in his form, and I'm excited to see how he performs in this season. You know, a big indicator will be these preseason games, but it's nice to hear that he feels good and that he's ready to go, and it gives a lot of confidence going into the season and what we're going to see from this team. Now, we're going to go back to the signings because Carlos Bocanegra talked a lot yesterday about Dax McCarty coming in from Nashville, and I'm really excited for his signing. I loved watching Dax play with Nashville, and when I found out that it was a rumor that he was going to be coming to us, I was very excited. I think it's going to be nice to have that veteran player back on the team. You know, we had that with Loranowitz, but obviously we haven't had that since. And I think it's going to be great to have someone who knows the game well, who's been in MLS for a while, and to have that leadership on the pitch is going to be phenomenal. And Carlos Bocanegra talked to the media about his signing and his importance to the team, and I'll play that clip here right now.
Yes, it wasn't purely for a leadership reason for Dax. I think that's a nice intangible that he brings. It's a great intangible that he brings. Locker room, he likes to talk the game. He's a winner, he's a competitor, knows the league, been around, been at multiple clubs. So I think that's excellent to have him be a part of it. But, you know, we also looked at last year and like, what has he done, you know, on the field in his last 2-3 years? And he's still getting, you know, over 1,500 minutes and competing and playing in important games for Nashville and Leagues Cup finals. And so, you know, he still has some stuff to give. And, you know, the conversation was, hey, we are going to be signing another, you know, probable starter in the midfield. What does that look like for you? And I get it. He wants to come in and compete. He's pushing that player. Sometimes he plays. He wants to show the coach he's going to find his way on the field. So, like, it's great. It's great to have guys like that in the team. And just, you know, I think overall we've gotten, you know, multiple leaders, I think, across the positions. And so that was a goal of ours. So we didn't bring Dax in just to be kind of a leader in the locker room. We want him to contribute on the field. And while he's pushing the other guys, you know, also helping Johnny and some of the other youngsters.
Again, if you want to watch the full press conference with Carlos Bocanegra, you can watch that on the Atlanta United YouTube channel if you want to check out the full thing there. I think Dax is going to be a huge part to the team in how he's going to be able to control the midfield. I think that's going to be huge for us because I feel like we didn't have that a lot last season. It was all very frantic. I didn't feel like we had a lot of control of the ball, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to do, not only on the pitch, but off of it as well. Bocanegra mentioned in that clip, being a leader and a mentor to a lot of the young players that they have on the team. I think that's going to be huge into this season, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to this team. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Now, this is really breaking news. You can't make this up at all. You cannot. In the middle of me making this little update for y'all, we got another signing. Now, something that has been rumored for a while finally got confirmed. Bartosz Slisz is going to be joining Atlanta United as a midfielder. I'm excited for this signing. That was just announced today, about an hour ago. I mean, wow. I'm excited to finally get to see him progress in this league. It's going to be a lot of fun watching him play. I'm excited that we're getting a lot of midfield presence. I mentioned it before, but we need a little bit more control. And what Carlos Bocanegra said about him is that he's an intelligent, defensive-minded midfielder who is capable of playing in different systems. We feel that he will complement our team well and help us solidify the middle of the field, which I completely agree. I think that's something that we need. And so I love this signing. I think this signing is going to be very impactful for us, and I'm excited to see how he contributes to the team. Now, I think I pretty much covered everything that you guys might have missed from the Atlanta United preseason media, as well as the news signing today. I'm really happy that I was able to bring all these updates to you guys. Make sure you guys keep notifications on for when we announce when that Power Hour is going to be later on today. Make sure you guys tune into that. Make sure you guys follow Soccer Down Here on X and on Instagram, and you guys can follow us wherever you guys get your podcast as well. And if you want to follow me on social media, I am Madison Crews 7 on all of those platforms as well if you guys want to look out for those. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you guys in the Power Hour.